welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be all about my June empties. So I usually do this every month or every other month, just when my bucket gets full here. So it is quite full. I'm excited to just go over these products with you, let you know my thoughts on them, if I would repurchase them or not. So if that sounds good to you, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't yet, and let's just get started talking about these products. All right, so as per usual, I have these divided up by categories. If you're wondering about anything that I'm wearing today, all of my makeup is listed down in the description box below. But let's first start with hair care. I only have 2 items here, but one is a full size. I've been kind of on a journey to finish up all of my samples, but I have a few more full size products than I normally do because I'm actually getting to the end of my samples. It's been a long 1.5 year project, but I'm finally starting to see progress. So I have a full size of the Hask Coconut Dry Shampoo. This was okay. This actually lasted me quite a long time. It's inexpensive. I would repurchase it again, in a pinch if I really needed something, but I wouldn't say this is my go-to dry shampoo. And then this one is the Pravana Fresh Dry Shampoo. This was a little sample. And this actually does still have product in it. I'm only counting it as an empty because the nozzle got stuck. I can't get anything else out of this, but I only used it once or twice before the nozzle got stuck, so I definitely wouldn't repurchase this. This is just a packaging issue. And that's what I have for hair. Some other just small ones I have are nails and fragrance. I only have one of each, which is nice. So I have a top coat, of course, from Anchor & Heart. Talked about this before. This is a really nice, quick dry top coat. I 100% recommend. I see this all the time that people talk about how they don't do their nail polish because it takes so long for their nails to dry. 100%, you need a quick dry top coat. You just do, preferably an indie one. So I will link this one down below because it's fantastic, but it will change your life. Don't get the OPI one, don't get the Essie one, get a real indie brand because you'll put this on and your nails will be dry to the touch within 10 minutes. You can't, ding your nails. You'll still get dents in them, but within 10 minutes, you can at least function. And then within 30 minutes or so, you're pretty much good to go. So I love this top coat. It's great. And for fragrance, I have a kind of deluxe sample of the Jimmy Choo I Want You. I actually really like this, and just fun story, I actually bought this in a holiday set. So it had the travel, the full size, probably a lotion or something like that. But I went to see my friend last year for her wedding, and she smelled this and she really liked it, and she wanted a wedding fragrance memento. So I gave her my full size and I kept the little deluxe travel size. So I probably will end up purchasing the full size at some point because now this kind of just has a special memory to me. But I finished off that fragrance. And now let's talk about body care. I have not too much body care. Let's talk about these lotions first, actually. So we'll count this as body care. Both of these are from First Aid Beauty. It's the Ultra Repair Cream, and I have the original, and then I have a limited edition. This came out for holiday, I think, because it's First Snow is the fragrance. And I was kind of saving this for winter, but I just need to get through my lotions. So, this actually doesn't smell as wintry as you would think. I was kind of expecting a peppermint scent, but I can't really place what this smells like, but it smells really, really good, especially compared to the Ultra Repair Cream. This is a really nice lotion. I have no complaints about it. Both of these are smaller sizes. I need to see if First Aid Beauty is sold in Europe where I live because I'm not 100% sure, so I don't even know if I'm able to repurchase these because the next First Aid Beauty product that I have, and this I absolutely want to repurchase if I can purchase First Aid Beauty here. This is the KP Bump Eraser Body Scrub with 10% AHA. So this is kind of like a little exfoliator scrub, and it has salicylic acid. So it's really gonna just get away like those dead skin cells. And it's really great, like if you get like those bumps on your arm of just like keratin buildup. I especially get it kind of like on my thighs where like my jeans rub against my hips. So I used it there the very first time and it went away overnight. So I would use this just once a week. This probably, how long have I had this in my shower? I probably had this in my shower 3 or 4 months because I just used it once a week, kind of like I would use it on my chest, on my hips here, or just anywhere I had like extra buildup on my knees. And it worked great. I like this better than any kind of just sugar scrub, because a sugar scrub kind of sometimes leaves a very slippery, waxy feel behind. It has like oils in it, so it's very hydrating, where this just has a little something extra because it has that AHA in it, and I really like this. I'm hoping that I can find where to purchase this in Europe. If not, I like this so much. This would be something that I would have relatives bring from America when like they come to visit me. That's how much I like it. So highly recommend this. Now some other just body care items. We'll talk about like these 3 little samples, I guess. None of these were great. Actually, this one was good. This is the Ulta Beauty Coconut Shower Whip. Normally, I would just have thrown this away, these little paper packets, when I go through them, but I wanted to talk about it because it was actually a really nice body wash, and I would probably guess that it's inexpensive since it's the Ulta Beauty brand. I have no idea, depending on the price. I probably would have repurchased this. It's not something like the Bump Eraser where I would have family bring it over to me because Ulta Beauty is not in Europe. But I like it enough that if I lived in America, I would probably repurchase this body wash. It was really, really nice. And then 2 other samples are this Fur All Body Wash Cleansing and Balancing. And this was like a shower oil. I did not really like it. It was a nice concept, and you know, you put the oil in your hands, rub it together, and it does lather, so that's really nice. The problem purely came down to packaging. It needs a pump, and maybe the full size has a pump, but this just had like a little hole in the top, so it would completely just pour out of it and get everywhere. When I was trying to use it, I maybe used it like 6 times, and every time was just a hassle. Other than that, like a nice product, it was very nourishing. Just, I wouldn't be able to deal with the packaging if it was like that for the full size. And the last thing I had, this is the Man-Made Wash Shampoo, Conditioner, and Body Wash in Sweet Tobacco. I use this. I mean, does this body wash have a gender? I don't think so. It did smell nice. It did smell, you know, quote unquote manly. Very musky tobacco, but it was fine. I have no complaints. I wouldn't repurchase this, but I thought I would just talk about it. And the last 2 body care items I have are officially the last 2 body wash items in my collection backup drawer of just products. I am so excited. I finally just tackled a complete category on my backups of body wash. Now, the first one, if you've watched my channel, you've watched my empties, I have talked about this every single empty since I started doing this series, and that is the Bee's Knees Lacquer Meringue. The very last one. Here it is, guys. I'm not going to talk about it too much. I have talked about it so many times. It is like a mixture between a bar soap and a liquid soap. Meringue's the perfect term. It's kind of like a frosting texture. I really loved it while I had it. I had probably, like 30 of them in my backup. Bee's Knees Lacquer is no longer a brand. I think that they're still doing very limited releases, but basically they've scaled down to like 5% of what they're doing. So I won't be repurchasing this. It was nice while it lasted, but I just don't want to have categories like this backed up. There's no reason to. Now I'll just be using like normal store body wash, I think, like whatever my husband uses, and that'll be that. And the last one that I had that I used after the Bee's Knees Lacquer was the Rituals, and this was like a foaming shower gel. So this had like a little aerosol. It would come out kind of like a mousse, very foamy, and it lathered really great, obviously because of that. And I love the scent of this. My stepmom actually got me a different set of this fragrance. This is the Ritual of Ayurveda. I'm not sure how to say this in the Ritual line, but it's the red one. And I love the scent that I repurchased it. And Rituals is pretty popular here in Europe. So this is actually something that I would repurchase. It's kind of like Europe's version of Bath and Body Works if I had to compare it to something. Anyways, this is my favorite scent from them. I would repurchase it. It's kind of expensive for what it is, but they have candles. They have like a ton of just different product categories. So I don't know if I would necessarily repurchase the shower gel, but the scent I would get like a diffuser or a candle or something different from that. Now, the last category that I have for you all today is skincare. That's always my biggest category. So let's get started. First thing is the Lancome Advanced Genefique Hydrogel Melting Mask. This is my favorite sheet mask when I can get up and actually motivate myself to do a sheet mask. Usually I'm quite lazy when it comes to that. I always enjoy this one. They are so expensive. I love the Lancome masks. I especially love, there's one in a purple package that's more lotiony. I'll pop up a photo of it, but every time I go and try and purchase that one, it's sold out. And I even have like email notifications turned on. And then when I get the email notifications to go buy it, it's sold out again. So it's a very popular sheet mask. This is a close second, but they are very, very pricey. I do think they're worth it for like a special every once in a while, but for the price point, I couldn't justify using this like once a week or anything like that. For cleansers, I have 2 deluxe samples. Both of these were 1 ounce, but now with my samples, just to kind of get better thoughts on them, if I have any doubles, triples, etc., I use them all at the same time. So that way, once they're all empty, I'll come and talk about them. So I had 2 of the Kiehls Ultra Facial Cleansers. Now, I feel like people might know this in the comments. So let me know if you know what I'm talking about, because this is a pretty popular cleanser and it's the first time I tried it. But for some reason, to me, this smells like chlorine, like very swimming pool. I don't know why, but it's instantly what I got when I used this. And it was a very nostalgic scent. It brought me back to my childhood, being by the pool all summer, but it just threw me off because I've never had a cleanser smell like that. And it really stuck out to me. I mean, kudos to them because I remember this now and I'll never forget it, but it was an okay cleanser. I kind of prefer just a more milky cleanser, whereas this is more gel-like. It does foam really nice. It does cleanse. It does feel like it really actually cleans your skin without feeling stripping. So I have nothing bad to say about this. If I had more of these in my collection, I wouldn't mind using them, but I don't think it's my top tier favorite cleanser that I would repurchase. And then I have a ton of moisturizers. Let's do this. This is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Micellar water. So I would use this every day in the morning and use it to kind of as a first step cleanse. I really liked this. This bottle is ginormous. First of all, it's 400 ml, so it's very big. I bought this on Amazon Prime Day, and I just got the email that Amazon Prime Day is coming up soon in a couple of weeks. So this lasted me 8 months or something. I didn't use it right away when I got it. I know that because I was finishing up whatever I had. But afterwards, I used this and it lasted me a long, long time. I would actually repurchase this. It was gentle, it was effective, and this Hydro Boost line, I've tried a few things from them now. There's sunscreen, and I also have a cleanser from them. I have not tried that yet. But everything from this Hydro Boost line, I've really been enjoying. So I would repurchase that kind of once I get through some of my other toners, micellar waters, etc. Right now, that's at the top of my list. Up next is a firming mask. And this I am so excited to be done with. The journey that I went through on this face mask, this is 3.4 fluid ounces. It is way too big for a mask. my preference for a mask is maybe like half this size. I just don't have the attention span to get through this much product when it has a 12-month shelf life. I did not have this for 12 months. I've had it way, way longer, but I was just determined to finally finish this. So this is the Kiehls Ginger Leaf and Hibiscus Firming Mask. You can use this as an overnight mask. You can use this as a normal mask. And it was nice. I have nothing bad to say about it. It was very much of like a putty mask. So it did really melt into the skin. You had to be very sparing with this product because if you use too much, it would pill and it was just kind of gross. But other than that, like I think it was effective. I think it was nice. I just got so bored with it because it was so big and you needed so little. So I ended up kind of using this as a moisturizer for my décolleté a lot. Sometimes just because it was like an extra hydrating mask, I would use it like on my knees where maybe I have just thicker, drier skin on my ankles, elbows, etc. because I just wanted to finish this. And finally I did. I've had this for a long, long time in my collection and it needed to go. So if they sold like a travel size of this, I would use it because that would actually probably last me a year. But 3.4 fluid ounces is just too much for a mask. Moving on to some serums. Let's see. So I have my night serums here and then I have the one that I used for daytime. This lasted me just as long as these four, which I want to say like out of these four, there's probably more product. This one is the Vicky LiftActiv Vitamin C Brightening Skin Corrector. And what is this? 10 ml. So 0.34 fluid ounces. This lasted me a long time. I mean, a long time. It lasted me over a month considering how big the bottle is. Like this a lot. I would only use 3 to 5 drops in the morning and really just press it into my skin. I think that I'm just a vitamin C morning person. I've tried, you know, niacinamide, I've tried the hyaluronic acid, I've tried all the really popular things, but I just keep going back to a vitamin C serum. That's what I see the most results in as far as my skin goes for brightening. So I'm gonna get through my stash still and get through all of that, but afterwards, I think I'm just gonna stick with a vitamin C serum. That's what I see the most progress with. And then at night, I used these samples. I grouped them all together, even though this one's a little bit different. So the ones in the white tube here, this is the Kiehls Retinol Skin Renewing Daily Microdose Serum. So it's kind of like a retinol. It has, let's see, this says daily strength concentrate of pure retinol, peptides, and ceramides. And each one of these were 4 ml. This white tube was okay. I didn't notice too much of like a retinol effect. It was very light, so it doesn't have that much retinol, or I would assume not. This one, however, which is the Kiehls Powerful Strength Line Reducing Concentrate. So this has also vitamin C, hyaluronic acid. This I noticed effects, like you could feel it when you put it on. So I would not repurchase these, but I'm actually considering purchasing this because I did notice a huge change when I use this. And for some reason, because this was so much more effective, I went through this in like the time that it took me to go through the 3 of these because you need so little of this. This is tiny. I mean, this is how many mLs? This is 5 mLs and you really just need like a pinpoint dot, teeny tiny, like the size of a needle head. And then I would really just kind of do it over my pores, on my forehead where I have the most lines, kind of right here. And I noticed a huge difference with this. I really liked it. Now that we've talked about those serums, I want to talk about this. So this was actually sent to me from YesStyle. This is the Coxir Intensive EGF Peptide Serum. They sent this to me for free and I decided when I got it, there was no point in doing a first impression on a skincare. I wanted to use it all the way up and get my thoughts on it. So I use this day and night before my serums. So I would go in with my vitamin C serum or my Kiehls line treatment serum. And then I would go in with this after, followed by moisturizer. And then at night, I would use a facial oil or sunscreen in the morning. And this took me maybe about 6 to 8 weeks to finish. I've been using this for quite some time now. And then each time that I used it, I used about 2 or 3 pumps to really be able to cover my face, my neck, and my chest. So I've really put this through the ringer. And my thoughts on this are, despite just, getting it for free, is that it's really kind of like an unnecessary step. It says that it has EGF peptides, collagen. I just didn't notice anything. It feels very much like water putting it on. It is nice and cooling on the skin, but for me and my preferences, I just would rather have fewer steps that are more effective. I didn't feel like I was getting anything accomplished with this. Now, we'll actually see what happens because I just finished this the other day, 2 days ago, and maybe my skin will be missing this now that I don't really have this step in my routine. But other than that, I don't really recommend this. If you really, really need hydration, I have normal leaning dry skin, so I try to keep that in mind and keep my skin hydrated, but I don't have to do an intensive moisturizing skincare regimen every single day to keep hydration in my skin. If you do, this might be a nice serum for you to try. I would say that if you have sensitive skin, this would be really great because it doesn't feel too tingly or anything like that while still having skincare benefits. There's other K-Beauty skincare that I'm currently in progress of testing, and I like those so much better than these. So unfortunately, even though I was sent this for free, I don't really recommend it. I kind of think it's a useless, pointless product, sorry to say, but that's my thoughts on that. I did want to finish it up though and at least give my full thoughts. I wouldn't repurchase it. I do have a makeup remover. This is the Elemis Pro Collagen Rose Cleansing Balm. I got a set of these during holiday time. It was a set of 3 of different fragrances. This one is the Rose and it's 50 grams, 1.7 ounces. This is really nice. This is my second tub of the Elemis cleansing balm, and it's just too expensive for me to repurchase. I'm not going to mince words. It just is. It's a very nice product. I love the smell of it. I love the experience of using it, but I would never pay full price for one of these. I go through this in a little over a month, 5 to 6 weeks maybe, and I don't even wear makeup every day. So if I was really wearing heavy makeup, I consider my makeup style to be a little bit more on the lighter side. You just go through this so much faster. So if you have money to spend, by all means, buy it. But I've already talked about my Occitane cleansing oil. That was $20 and that lasted me 5 months, I think, at least. And I just prefer that more. It's more effective. It's less expensive. I'd rather save the money and purchase other things than spend the money on this. While it is nice, I could see myself repurchasing this during holiday when they do a deal bundle. But other than that, no, I can't recommend it. I also have some lip sleeping masks. I have the Laneige, the original. I don't know how people go through multiples of these a year. This took me a long time, a long time to finish. And I use this every day, all the time. All the time I used it, it took me at least a year. I can't even remember how long I've been using this. I have another full size in backup. I'm kind of not looking forward to using it, if I'm being honest, because I'm just so burned out of this product. It's nice, but I don't think that it's the best sleeping mask out there, to be honest. There's other ones that I've been liking more. Once I finish the Laneiges that I have in backup, I won't be repurchasing this. I think it's overhyped, quite honestly, and I don't think it's that great. It's fine for just an everyday, but I notice that my lips always want more, and I want something that makes me feel like I don't need to use it constantly, and I feel the hydration in my lips, and this doesn't do that. I found this deep in the depths of my just hoard of products. This is the Bite Beauty Lip Agave Mask. This was fantastic, and I'm sad that I can't get this anymore because Bite Beauty did go out of business. I think they still have their Lip Lab, a brick and mortar store, but I don't think that they sell this. If you know different, let me know in the comments because this is my top tier lip mask of all time. I do also like the Lano lips. That would be the one that I would repurchase now currently if I can't rebuy this. This was amazing though. This did exactly what I wish the Laneige does. It stays on your lips, it hydrates your lips, and I don't feel like I need to reapply it multiple times a day. I can apply it once and my lips feel hydrated the entire day. So I really like this. And then my last category are all the little moisturizers that I went through. Really quickly, I'm going to talk about this. This is the Drunk Elephant Proteini Polypeptide Cream. I actually had this in my last empties. I had like 3 of them and I missed this one. So I finished this one up. I like it. I'm going to give you the short answer. I like it. I would not repurchase it. I just don't think it's worth the money. And then I have 3 of these. These were pretty quick to go through because they're super tiny. So this is the Estee Lauder Revitalizing Supreme Plus Anti-Aging Cell Power Cream. Despite its really long name, I went through 3 of these. I actually really like this cream. I noticed I have this one too. So this is the one I'm thinking of. This is the Vichy Aqualia Thermal Cream. This is the rich version for dry to very dry skin. This is very nice. Nothing bad to say about this. I really like Vichy products. There's a Vichy cream that's also the same line as this vitamin C serum, the LiftActiv, and it's the same concept as this Estee Lauder. It almost has like a powdery feel to it. And I'm going to assume that that has to do with the skincare properties in this because they both claim to be anti-aging. I don't know what that is, but I kind of like the moisturizers, at least for nighttime, that have that feeling to them because they feel really rich on the skin, very moisturizing, but it does kind of feel like it's doing something and has like that anti-aging properties. I don't know, something in it makes me believe that it is actually anti-aging. So I don't know what it is. I would repurchase this. I kind of like the Vichy more. It's also more affordable and more easily accessible here in Europe. So I would probably purchase that one that I'm talking about, not this one. This one is nice. I probably would repurchase it if I'm being honest. However, the LiftActiv from Vichy is like my top night moisturizer so far, but it is very similar to the Estee Lauder. So if you like the Estee Lauder Revitalizing Supreme Plus, a good dupe for that would be the Vichy. I would look into that. It is sold at Ulta and it's much more affordable. 2 more moisturizers to get through. Let's talk about this one first. This is the Peter Thomas Roth Water Drench Hyaluronic Cloud Cream. This is a gel moisturizer. Again, just like my cleansers, I kind of prefer more of a rich, milky moisturizer. This is not it. It feels like water. This I was also using in conjunction when I was using this. So it just felt like water on top of water on my skin. And I don't like that. I don't know if it's just me. Let me know in the comments what kind of moisturizer you prefer. But it was too watery for me. It can be a gel. It just needs to feel hydrating. And it doesn't feel hydrating to me. I don't like it. The whole water drench line, like I was so enticed by the packaging that I bought so many things under this water drench line and I ended up not liking any of it. I don't recommend that line in general. I don't like it. And then the last thing is the Skin Iceland, and this is the Oxygen Infused Night Cream with Glacier Flower Extract. Unfortunately, we're going to end this video on a bad note because this is the worst moisturizer I've ever tried in my entire life. Unlike the Peter Thomas Roth, this was, white-based. It had like that milky texture, but this pilled no matter what. I tried this so many different ways, and I'm going to maybe just 10% give it the benefit of the doubt that maybe it's just been in my collection for a long time and it's old and that's why it did that. But I tried it on completely dry skin. I tried it after I got out of the shower with wet skin. I tried using just the tiniest amount. I would use a lot. No matter what I did, this pilled, and I hate that. I hate the pilling sensation. It's just like a texture thing. I mean, I'm sure nobody likes pilling, but I feel like I extra don't like it. So I would never repurchase this. I used it up by like using it on my legs or on my décolleté. Kind of if I'm just trying to get through a product, I'll use it on my décolleté, but I would have to go through and like get all the pilling off. So luckily it was a small size, but this was the worst thing ever. Skin Iceland, again, kind of like the Peter Thomas Roth. I love the under eye patches from Skin Iceland. So I kind of deep dived into their other products. I bought the a serum from them. I bought a cleanser from them. None of those have worked out for me. I believe that the cleanser also left like a weird film on my face. I haven't liked any of those products, and I don't recommend the line. The eye patches, fantastic. The micro needle patches, fantastic. They have like a forehead patch and like a mouth patch that's similar to like the eye patches. That's very cooling. Love those. Any of their liquid products, don't recommend. I don't like them at all. That's the last thing I had to talk about though. Hopefully you found this somewhat entertaining. You have some things on your list that maybe you want to check out, or some things that maybe you're going to cross off your wish list because they're not great. Let me know down below in the comments if there's products in here that you would recommend I give another shot, or if I was using wrong. Like if you know a better way how to use this Skin Iceland moisturizer, please let me know. I don't like it when products don't work for me. I want to make products work and feel like I didn't waste my money. If you love this Coxir Intensive EGF Peptide Serum, let me know that as well, because I feel bad that I'm giving this a bad review. However, I just don't like it. So if you love this, because I see it talked about all the time, let me know what it does for your skin, because I'm just not seeing anything. That's where I'm going to leave you all though. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye everyone.